Wow.
Welcome to DogStar.
Each week we sit down with a star of the hip-hop and R&B world, and this week we are sitting down with Christina Sophia.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys? It's
Great.
been a while.
Yeah, it's great to see you again.
I know. It's so good to see you guys.
Last time we sat down with you, if you can believe it, was April 9th of 2021.
Man.
Yeah, so that's the show before the rebrand. You could look that up on YouTube.
Yeah, Sundogs Present
I'm
Local
so
Vibes.
glad you wanted me back. Yay.
Yeah, definitely.
It was so much fun. I was like, oh, yes, I want to come back.
and re-listening to that interview, we only dipped a toe.
Yeah,
Right. I have such a long journey in music since I started. I'm like, wait, there's something else that happened before that. Yeah, like, you don't know. I got to explain so much. It's a long, long story.
2 months prior to when we sat down with you back in 2021, you dropped Your Love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your
My
third
debut
release.
album. Yeah.
Precisely.
Which is my third release, which is funny. Yeah.
Right, debut album, third release.
Right.
And yeah,
That's
that
so
goes
cool that you
back
said
to
it
we
that way. I like that.
didn't cover much of your discography
Yeah.
the last time we were talking, so we should definitely dive into that today.
Yeah, let's start with that. Let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah, rewinding back.
I'm like,
so
should I
the
start?
earliest
Yeah.
stuff I could find on Spotify anyway
Mhm.
is Mike Dream stuff.
Yep.
Yep, you're on a lot of his stuff. You're on
I'm glad we brought him up first.
Dreamer's Poetry back. He dropped that February 8th of 2010.
Wow.
So you're on
Wow.
We Going Worldwide and
With-
also Feeling Out of This
This
World.
world. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He had me performing at the most amazing places. And he was like my mentor. R.I.P.
How'd you meet?
He also has passed.
Right.
And I love him so much. Just got to say that. We met through, I was in when I first started in high school, I was in a group called Passionate Voices with my friends in high school.
Okay.
And we weren't in choir. It's funny. We used to ask them to use the choir room to practice in. And they'd be like, why aren't you joining choir? Why aren't you joining choir? And we just didn't want to like sing the classical songs. And we just had our own thing going. But they would let us use the rooms because they loved our voices. And we do the talent shows and stuff. And they introduced me to Mike Dreams, and he was young son at that time when he first started.
Oh.
And he was right in Brooklyn Center, and we started recording in his studio. That was probably the first time I actually really recorded.
Whoa.
And it was just he was so quiet and shy, but he was so amazing and had so many ideas. And then he just wanted to keep helping, and he ended up helping me with my first EP, self-entitled, and helped me executive produce that in 2014. So 2010, we would be riding and driving to, it'd be Burnsville. We'd be going to Sparky Sparks' house, and he was the one that had us perform with Foreigner.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and it
That's
was just
huge.
an amazing journey, like learning all this different music. He would just play me different music and help me write and record, and he grew as well with me. And yeah, performing We Going Worldwide, it was on B96, and I remember it was snowing outside, storming, and I'm driving my little Honda with the windows all down, like I'm on the radio, like trying not to slide and going slow. I was on my way to my sister's house, and I was just like, you guys are on the radio. That was like amazing. And he was a part of all that. He had connections with a lot of outlets. It was amazing.
Yeah, a big loss.
I know.
And yeah, it's
music. We're still gonna keep his dream live for sure. We
Yeah,
got stuff going.
I don't mean to be too gauche, but were there any unreleased tracks you had before he departed?
There are, and we're gonna use one of them. And it was called Oh Yeah. And it was like a song I was making, like a rap song, and all the artists are gonna get on it, and it's just like, oh yeah. And everybody's saying, oh yeah. And then everybody comes in with a verse. And he was on that.
Yeah.
It was on my birthday. I had a birthday studio session. Like sometimes on my birthdays lately, I'm just like, I just want to have a studio session, and everybody come and we'll just vibe and record.
Do you do that regularly on special events, or just come to you?
Yeah, like we do it every once in a while now. We try to have writing sessions and stuff and writing workshops at Moonlight Studios. And that was where that was that night too, at Moonlight Studios. But the last couple birthdays, I think it was my 28th birthday and my 29th. Yeah, like I just was like, I don't want to go out. I just want to do music. And a couple other people would do that too. So it was kind of like a thing we were doing at the time. And it's more fun. You stay in. You're not going to go out. You don't get in trouble.
Like exactly. And stimulates the creativity.
It was such a vibe. Such a vibe. So we've got a couple more. And he wrote ballads for me that I might want to release. And
yeah, how much of the original tracks back in 2010 did you write? Or was it all preconceived? Did he have the vision?
He wrote a lot of them with me. But I wrote them like we would sit at my house, at my old house with my sister on the computer, and she'd be making fun of us, like, and we'd be rhyming and stuff and trying to come up with the lyrics. So we would write together, but he would come up with a lot of the names, like he came up with the name of the EP, Self-Entitled.
Okay,
not self-titled, but self-entitled. Like he made sure that I knew the difference, and that like he was really serious about the music, and it was important, and we did the show at First Ave, and Ashley DeBose and Brandon Trevon were there, and we're going to keep trying to do more shows to keep his name alive.
Definitely. Yeah, it was connected in so many ways.
He taught me so many things. I'm like, I just listened to his music to uplift me too, because he was definitely an uplifting rapper.
Yeah, if you're listening to the Mike Dreams catalog, you'll run into more Christina Sophia for sure. Because even in 2010 again, in October, he dropped Just Waking Up.
Oh, man.
And you're on Rise and Shine on that, and then Dream at Sunset.
That's when we performed the most, I feel like. We just always had a show every weekend. Like, he just had me, the artist quarters, First Avenue, just like everywhere. Soundset 2010.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing. Like he just kept going. He was just so motivated.
Yeah.
But I remember Ashley DeBose screamed that at the show. She was like, the most recording artist, featured artist with Mike Dreams. Like,
straight up.
We just had such a good music chemistry. And that's why I loved music so much and why we were so excited about it. Like, anybody that I talk music with, and they get excited like that with me, I'm just like, you know it, you got it, like
that unbridled enthusiasm. Yeah, definitely. So rocking on stage a lot through 2014, 2015. When did...
I forgot to say, Everything's Good from Mike Dreams' Project Millennial.
Oh my gosh, I was going to say,
And the dance mix.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I actually re-listened to it again after a couple years, and I was like, oh my gosh, this was actually really good. And like he used to always do the dance and disco mixes, and I love that because like you get paid for it, and it's an extra track, and it's genius because it's also targeting that other demographic that wouldn't maybe listen to the R&B version or the rap version.
Or if you want it in a racing game or something, then
it was so cool. And I love how he would want it. I'm all about various genres and doing different type of songs like that. Yeah, that was cool. I listened to that too. And Everything's Good. We did the video for it. Outside downtown, went out to eat with all the artists and like made it like it was like a what did he call it? Yeah, it was like just an experience video almost instead of a official music video. But I'll never forget that. And we performed at Honey. Honey's now closed too, isn't it?
Right.
That was the best place ever.
I think we were talking about that last time we sat down. Still mourning, the loss of Honey.
Right.
And now the loss of Mike Dreams.
Yeah, we were wearing masks in the last interview.
We were.
Yeah, and I think maybe even gloves.
Maybe even gloves.
I swear we were wearing gloves. No, I remember wearing gloves now.
It was
interview. That's so funny.
Looking like lunch workers. Yeah.
Lunch lady.
That was the move. But yeah, now we finally come to the Self-Entitled, which Mike helped you produce and is also on the first track.
Yeah.
Yes, Move Around, which we started recording at Flight Time. And that's not there anymore as well. And Edina, where Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, I recorded on the same mic that Janet Jackson recorded on. Like, that was amazing. I know. Like, yeah.
Do you remember what song?
Move Around, which was the song that we started recording it there, but then we started not being able to get much time in there. And so then we ended up working with Luke Oki. I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. Love you, Luke. But he helped us finish it. And then I started working with a lot of people at IPR. Adam, I can't remember how to say his last name too. I love you guys' last names, but can't remember how to pronounce
You got to
them.
stop going for it. You could just stop at the first name.
But Adam, I know. I just feel like it's so cool because they were so good, and they all started at IPR, and so did Corey, and he's the one that works at Moonlight Studios now, who's been doing our new music as well.
Did you ever go to school for music, or is it all just...
Didn't, and I was going to. I wanted to go to Parrish, the high school for music, but it just seemed so serious and classical, and like I was still in this like super R&B, like I want to do what I want vibe. I don't want to have to sing how they want me to sing.
Right. No
and I just was super
right.
against that. And I don't know, like I should have gotten lessons. And my twin sister actually got a degree for voice lessons, and she's giving me voice lessons. She helps me. She conducts orchestras and choirs, and she sings opera. I sing R&B. Like we're totally different, but she could help me out. So,
would you ever collaborate further?
Yeah.
I know she sings on Your Love, correct?
Yes, I want her to help me out more and help out with the next shows and get on my next album. Because the last time I just kind of like asked her last minute to come to IPR and do some backgrounds because I wanted her high opera voice for these like super strong backgrounds. And I'm like, yeah, no, definitely gonna. I haven't even talked to Twain about that because he's executive producing the new album. So we're going to have to talk about that.
Yeah, new album.
He always wants to. Marina's how he loves working with her too. Yeah, she's a good asset. Her and Elena were the background singers of my first live show.
That's what you were saying. And now that you're saying that they were the one on the track as well, that's blowing my mind.
And nobody really knows that, but I put her name on the album because I wanted to give her the credit. I always want to give people their credit, whether they put one ooh or something in the song. I want to give you that 1%. That whatever you came up with, I want to give you that credit because I love it so much. But I still am mad I didn't come up with it. But I'm going to give you the credit for it because you deserve it because I love it so much.
Yeah, the last time we were talking, you were talking a little bit about an advice to an artist would be getting to know the music business side a little bit, or the music kind of like,
and that's what Mike
how to own the stuff.
Yes.
And I'm sure that includes like
copyrights, all that.
Who's getting what percentage? How do you decide who gets what percentage when you're collaborating?
It depends on the song, the music, when you're writing it. That's why song split sheets come in handy. And I know it's old school, but that's what I hear is the smart route to go, and to just write it down. And when you're writing it, because then later on you forget like who wrote that part, and then you just end up probably just splitting it half and half or whatever. But it's nice to give credit when it's due right away and like write it down and figure it out. But yeah, it is kind of hard when you collab with somebody and like you're writing like line after line, but you're just at that point, sometimes I don't even care if it's their song too. Like I don't even care if I get the credit.
If it's like a feature versus
but
like
if you know you're really like that song's important to you and you know it's gonna go far and you want to like trademark it and copyright everything, then you'll really be smart about doing that because you can get songs stolen from you. And I've heard a lot. I hope it's not that easy, but it seems to be like...
Yeah, I mean, who's checking?
Right.
I wanted to bring that up in regards to How to Love.
Yeah.
The musical group you were in with Josh A. Moore.
Oh, yes.
And were you doing split sheets back then, or was it so collaborative, or were you writing most of things?
Honestly, that's exactly why I bring this up, because we were just having fun more of the time until the business came up later. And I kept track more of it. Okay. And I just think...
Just wondering, if she wrote half of the IP.
Yeah, she wrote, and that's the thing, because we couldn't really remember, and we talked about it. I think we both wrote the chorus, and that's why I was like, I want to give you your portion. So, and when you're an artist, you have to have a service to get that money from. So you have to apply for either a BMI or an ASCAP and get your IP address or your number.
Yeah.
So I feel like some people get really into the business and want the money, but then they don't understand that they have to do those steps first, and then they just talk about it, and then they don't actually do it, because I've been willing to. Yeah. So she did write the chorus, and I was like, I'm gonna change that and give her the credit for the chorus. But I wrote the verses and I paid for the beat, and we never got it actually like published for the EP. Like I think we tried to, but none of the songs got released. And I was actually, I'm gonna call her too, because I was actually thinking about doing one of the other ones because I love how we sang on it, and it was never released. So it's like, why let that good song go to waste?
Exactly.
And I feel like it's all about business, and I still love her. We still talk. We're
there wasn't
still
a
friends. No, it's just it's something you talk about, and if you're real people and you're honest and you're respectable, you'll get it, and you'll be happy for that person, and you'll go along with it, and everybody's do what they're to be paid for if they created it. Like, I don't like sketchy people. I don't like people trying to, do that. I'm always trying to give credit when it's due. So, but I was just thinking about how I wanted to call her because there was a song called Take the Lead on the H2L EP. And it was a really good, like, Sierra type chorus. And, like, she still, obviously, last time we talked, she said she wanted to still do music too. And I'm like,
nice.
We started picking out beats. And last time I saw her, we were going to rap and stuff. And I know she got married, like, congratulations. Like,
that's
people
awesome.
are moving on in their life too. So it's like, I'm not ever mad. Like, I'm just like, when the time's right, we'll get it. Like, we'll do it. Like, it's no hard feelings for me ever. And I hope it's not ever with anybody else.
Yeah.
It's just, I just love doing music. I want it out there. So.
Yeah, no, we appreciate your honesty. I didn't realize that was going to be such a sticky question.
Just because going chronologically, that happened between self-entitled and No Restrictions.
Yep. I'm glad you brought that up because I loved all the times. I've been in different groups. Why So Serious,
And that's with Jashay Moore?
Yep. Josh A. Moore, yep.
Nice. Yeah, that's some good music for sure.
It was, yes. And we still can do it.
And then you're dropping singles. That's right. That's 2017. Your Love the single came out.
Yes, that's right. And then because and that's what I'm going to do soon. I just want to release some stuff. I'm really slow on releasing things. I think I'm just too picky and I need to hurry up and stop being like that and trying to be a perfectionist like Monk.
Has it been like we've only got a minute, so this is not the question.
Okay.
I mean, we could do a tasty lead up to the break.
Okay, so you've released, could count it 3 projects, and is there a strategy with like the dropping singles? Because I really liked how Your Love came out like a decent amount of time before the Your Love project came out. And it's like, why don't I just do that more? Like, you want people to like hear the song before. And then you're
like, that's really cool. Like, honestly, there was no strategy to it. It was just timing, COVID. Like, I just kept taking too long, and I was like, we're just gonna make that the first song in the album. And
it seems like industry rollout.
That's awesome
for the song.
And I'm pretty sure my manager helped me with that because he's awesome.
Make sure you follow Christina Sophia on Instagram at I am Christina Sophia, on YouTube at Christina Sophia Music. Check out ChristinaSophiaMusic.com and follow us at DogStar Podcast everywhere. Wow. We'll be right back.
Wow.
Welcome back to DogStar. We're sitting down with Christina Sophia.
Hello.
Yes. We're talking, we're in 2017 in the timeline.
Right. So we got a timeline here.
Your Love drops in January. And then Me and You, parentheses now, another single off Your Love, which is in the future in August. And then, Moonlight, another single off Your Love. That's a jump forward.
I was in single mode then.
We got No Restrictions, dropped New Year's Eve 2019.
Yes,
I'm still going.
No, I was going to say, I think my album,
Moonlight is summer 2019.
Okay.
I think my album was taking so long with different instrumentals and trying to get the rights to own it and like different artists or something. I think that's why I was like, I just want to release the singles I do have ready, because it was taking so long, and that's what I'm gonna do soon too. But that's why there was 3, and then I had to just put the album out and had them all on there.
Nice.
And were those local producers? Or those just YouTube beats? What were at that time?
Actually, they were mostly all local producers, except for one was a SoundClick producer that I just loved the beat, and I messaged him and sent it to him, and he like talked to us on Twitter, and he loved it. So that was cool. But mostly local producers.
That was an Apollo DeLorean, was it?
It wasn't, but Apollo DeLorean did the Move Around beat. from Self-Entitled. The Mike Dreams,
cool.
he made that beat.
Wow.
I remember that name. He made that beat.
Okay.
It's probably on that album. I want to look at the back because I know I always put the producer's name on there.
And then, Mike Dreams coming up again.
Yep.
Also, summer 2019, almost there. He drops a song with you on it.
And that one he almost didn't want to release. And I listened to it and I was like, that's us? It sounded so beautiful. Like I forgot, he like had me in the studio, like make love to the beat. And like we turned the lights off and he just told me to do whatever I wanted to do to the song. And the background sounds so beautiful. And it's such a motivational song. And I just listen to it whenever I'm down and it just brings my spirits up. It's such a nice song. So that's why free songs, like just putting something out there, I don't think that was, I don't think it was actually a part of one of his albums.
No, it was a single.
So that's why I did No Restrictions, the mixtape.
Yeah, motivation for sure.
Because I had a lot of songs that were just not done and I didn't really own the beat, but I just needed to finish a little bit of it, or it was a cover, or I was just like, you know what, I should make a mixtape because that's what that is.
Yes.
You know, like I thought of Lil Wayne, how he just would, he would just murder other people's songs and also have his own songs in there a little bit, and maybe something he probably had already recorded 5 years ago, but nobody heard it. What's new to you, old to me, old to me.
The artist knows best when to let the people have it.
And it just came to me to make the mixtape. And it was like the easiest one to come together with that many tracks that fast.
Nice. And you got a hump for that on SoundCloud, right?
SoundCloud
so,
and on That Piff.
Okay, yeah.
It was sponsored.
Nice. I know all
on their
about
website.
That. Yeah,
so it should be on there too. Yeah, that was really cool.
Was it like a Dat Piff exclusive? Is that what you had to do to get it sponsored? I know this might be old school at this point, but
it was so long ago. Yeah, it was something like that, but it was simple.
Or you drop it there first, and then you get
then it stayed on like the front page for a while, and like I feel like a lot of people, I got a lot of views on there, but plus I put it on YouTube and SoundCloud as well.
Nice.
I wish I mean, people just put songs on iTunes nowadays when they don't own the beat anyways. But I have a conscience. I like to be true to my...
You know, if you're looking and noticing that other people are probably looking and noticing.
And so perhaps legal teams of other record labels are looking and noticing. Right.
Nice. So it was a mix of songs from maybe old songs, and it wasn't
Why
just
So
like
Serious collaborations, like more love songs that we came up with that we recorded a lot of that they never they just kind of let sit there and we never finished them. And I was like, you know what, I'm taking this, I'm finishing it.
With the world.
A couple of them, were already finished too. And I was just like, I'm using this because that project wasn't really in their focus anymore and they were focused on their solo stuff. And like I said, no hard feelings. I'm about to use this song.
Exactly.
Like it's just sitting there. We have like 500 songs. Like, I could still pick probably more from Why So Serious that are unreleased that I could just come out with. But I'm all about getting it mixed and mastered correctly. And we didn't use Pro Tools a lot. But that also doesn't matter to people sometimes in the industry. Like people were getting famous with that, I forget that famous dude's name, but whatever.
I mean, if the content is pure, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it doesn't
like
really
sometimes
matter
like they get famous and they recorded it on Mixcraft also, or a program that wasn't Pro Tools. So like, I don't know. I kind of get too perfectionist on like releasing stuff, so I have more fun when I don't care about that stuff. So I need to just do that all around, and come up with that like the mixtape.
Right. I wonder, do you have any ideas on how you would not like trick yourself into thinking that it's like that, but like kind of set it up,
or just like find a beat I like on YouTube, because I'm like all against YouTube beats. I want to go to a producer and make sure I'm the only one that has that exclusive.
Right.
Like
That's
I don't know.
smart.
I've heard other people's
smart.
songs with the same beat, and I'm like, dude, I've heard that beat already. Like we did a song to that beat, like, and it's on the radio. Like I don't know. It's just, but then again, why care so much if the song is great? It shouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I think too hard.
Well, there's always room for experimentation.
Right.
You can,
I just
try
need to
it
just
out.
not care and have fun. Like I used to, for sure, with music. I sometimes got too serious because I'm like, I'm doing it officially now. Like I have my own website. I have to. So maybe I just put too much pressure on myself.
But I think having the foresight to own everything will avoid the songs from being, taken away from the world if, perhaps you didn't own the beats.
Exactly.
Even if it was 10, 20, 30 years down the road.
Yes.
So very, very, very smart. And I would assume at this time, the strategy, the thoughts of the next album are pretty much formed because you're releasing these singles from it, even before No Reservations.
Yep.
Of Your Love. Now we're jumping ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I know, it's so many things. Like I was all over the place. Like I'm gonna put these singles out and then put this mixtape out randomly, and then the album's gonna come out.
Oh,
but
I love it.
I love that too because I feel like that's what Lil Wayne did, or like other artists. Like I just think of him because I know he had so many mixtapes. So when I think of mixtape, I think of Lil Wayne.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got. Sorry, I forgot. I Found You with Eddie Kane was also 2019,
and that was on the mixtape. I put that on the mixtape. I think it might have even been the first track of the mixtape.
Nice.
And a lot of the songs that I stole were with Eddie Kane on there from Why So Serious, because we were gonna do like another mixtape project like of more love songs and stuff, and then that's when he kind of stopped gearing in that direction and focusing on other videos and stuff. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna use these. Like these are golden. It's not that he didn't like them. Like he even performed one of them. And he was kind of just like, yeah, go for it. Like it was actually a good idea, and we had them already finished, and they were really good collabs. He's also somebody that I have good music chemistry with.
That's awesome. So important.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Yeah, and then we're in the 2020, right? Am I forgetting anything?
I mean, Your Love dropped 2021, so I think we're into 2020 in regards to
10
singles.
years later.
Right.
And it's funny.
You're on...
Oh, no, go ahead. I was on what?
Central Standard Time, the Twain Project on Long Distance 2.
Yes.
You were on the two-side song Spotlight.
Yes, and that was also a Why So Serious thing. Like Why So Serious, we were like a collective, and we just did a lot of different projects, different mixtapes, solo and together, and so that was also something. And
that was off of Remember Us, I think. And then another Eddie Kane collab off of his project Chronicles, Candyman.
Candyman, that was the Aqua remake, like the group, that did Barbie Girl. It was and he wanted me to sound just like her, and he like tried to sound like him. Like he was all about remakes, and he's a movie buff and loves the 90s music is like our my favorite too, probably his too, because we just love doing those older remakes and beats that have those samples, and trying to bring it back, because I love the 90s music. But we had so many songs. See, like he would just throw some of those on his projects, and
that's nice. Was he
part of the Why So Serious group? Eddie Kane, Why So Serious, ENT. That was like our music group for a while too. It was like me and Eddie Kane, Wally, Lucky Lou, TC Lyrics, and there was a couple in and outs. We've had that was like 10 years too. We were JR6. Thank you. Yeah. And then he kind of started going off and doing videography. He was actually doing the videography for the Mike Dreams concert that we had when he passed away at First Ave. So like everybody's just kind of going off and doing their own thing right now. So like, but we still have so much music out there and videos and everything.
And you said earlier you're not, afraid of any genre. So I'm sure you'll work with some of these artists again.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I always love to collab with everybody. Like I just always love to collab. You never know who you're gonna meet or who's gonna hear it or where it's gonna get to. And I just love working with other people and creating something that I probably wouldn't think of, but I can also put my musical input on it, and it's just the best.
Are there any tracks from Your Love that were cut that you're either going to put on the deluxe album in 5-10 years, or that perhaps are going to be released as singles?
There were some that didn't make it because they weren't all the way up to my standard, or they didn't have a verse finished, or I was going to get a feature on it and it didn't follow through. But one of them, the outro, was Mike Dreams featured on it. And we actually recorded that like 10 years ago at IPR with Lewis Bird. And we just made the beat right there in like 5 minutes. And we never finished the song. And I was like, you know what? It's just such a good part. And he had a verse on it and I had a chorus and I just ended it out. I was like, we're just going to use just that. And mix that and make that my outro because
throwing me off,
we don't
right?
throwing me off. And it was just the best experience. But that we recorded that 10 years ago and it was on my album because I wanted a collab from him and we couldn't get it, but he liked his verse still and we wanted to do something with that song still.
That's so cool.
Yeah. There's so much music still in the... I remember Twain texted me and shows this picture with the dude with the big backpack, like all my unfinished music. And he's like, it's bigger than him. Like, that's how much music there still is out there, I'm sure, with.
Still in the vault.
Yes, in the vault.
Can't imagine. So, yeah, working more with Eddie in 2022. Is that where we're at in the timeline?
I think so.
Yeah, that was like I found you.
I am Eddie Kane. Came out in October 2022. Guerrilla Music.
What songs were on that? That was
Guerrilla Music is the one that you were on that, and then he did A Heart is a Trap House for Love and Drugs.
Yeah,
which was the same year. In December
2022.
Yeah, and you're on Not X-Files. Really with JR6 and Lucky Lou, and then Spotlight.
So yeah, we had a lot of singing
with
choruses.
Wally Dixon.
Yep, like Not Really, and we'd be all singing on the chorus, like JR6 and Lucky Lou and TC Lyrics, and we were always singing and making up all the choruses and doing the harmonies and stuff. So that's why I loved being in the group. Like, they didn't just rap, we sang. Like, Marquise would even try to sing, and he would try hard and use the autotune, even though he, is mostly a rapper. But like, we all loved singing, and a lot of them were singing choruses and stuff. But
where was the hangout for all this creativity?
Yeah.
What was the studio?
It was like at Marquise's house, and we had a couple studios we'd go to, but it was basically there. Like, we made our own studio.
Okay.
Our first studio was a garage. What is it called? Oh, a Guitar Hero microphone, and we put a sock over it for a pot filter.
Okay.
And used Mixcraft, and we came out with songs that were played on Rush It or Flush It on KMOJ and Rushed.
Wow.
and we just kind of learned how to. I even mixed and mastered one of my own songs and recorded it myself and did it on Mixcraft, and it's a good program to get you started to learn how to. If you want to move on to Reason or Pro Tools or Ableton, there's a lot of different programs, and a lot of them are different. Cubase. Pro Tools is probably the best one. I know there's more to it and complications, but it's a good starter if you want to engineer your own music. I pay people for that because I would take a long time.
What else would you put in that starter kit?
Oh, man. Definitely headphones. A good microphone.
Yeah.
Handy dandy notebook.
Handy dandy book to write, and always write anything down.
Yeah,
even if you come up with something.
The story about that book? You said you lost one at one point?
I got it. Yes, it was stolen out of my car. And that was like 10 years ago, like 2010, around that time. And I was starting to write self-entitled and had songs in there.
Whoa.
Tried to write down everything I could remember, but... And then my sister got one made for me and got my name on it.
Yeah,
Christina
hold it up a little
Sophia.
higher. This camera in front of you.
Yes, and it's so nice. And it literally almost made me cry. I think it was Christmas morning. And it's been a while. I would just write in random different notebooks and never had one. Like, I couldn't find it. And I had like a song in this one and a song in that one. I just didn't have that one notebook anymore because I didn't get one since that one was gone, because it really was sad. And I had songs in there from high school.
Whoa.
And like from the Passionate Voices stage from high school group. And like some of them I couldn't remember. And I tried to remember and write down as many right away because I knew we couldn't find it. But yeah, this meant a lot to me. And now this is my new writing book, and it's got a lot of the new songs in it for the new album.
What What do you think the difference is between like writing down your lyrics and just putting it in the notes app or something?
And you know what's funny? I do both. Because sometimes I don't have my phone next to me and I come up with something and I need to write it down right away. My book's right here. I'm going to write it down. That's been kind of messing me up lately. Yeah, because then I'll have my phone. Now I have a whole different verse for the same song in my phone and a different one in my notebook. So then I kind of combine them. And then I almost have a whole song because then I'll use that one for the second verse. But I don't know. It kind of works out, but it's getting a little messy. But I've always been a write down person. Like, what if my phone gets stolen? Or, you know.
I mean, they crashed.
But what if your book gets stolen? So now I got both. And then I start to try to put the lyrics I wrote down in the phone or the ones I have in the phone, write it down and just have both.
You don't think that wastes time?
No, because honestly, it helps me remember the lyrics and learn it while I'm writing it at the same time.
Totally.
So I feel like even when I'm learning a song that I have to perform, like with my new band, we'll talk about that too. I write down the lyrics of the song just to try to memorize it and actually like look at the words and write it, and it'll help me memorize them because I have the show tomorrow and I'm learning the song.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
it's just I guess a thing that helps me.
We'll got to take another break.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about how you prepare for a show.
Yeah.
And what's on the horizon here when we come back.
Cool.
Yeah, it's ChristinaSophiaMusic.com for pretty much everything.
Right.
I mean, you just search Christina Sophia if you're streaming it or YouTubing it. Instagram is I am Christina Sophia.
Yeah.
Ill County Music is
the management.
Still the management.
Yep. Twain Low.
Yeah, make sure to check out the music videos for Stay Right Here and You Really Don't.
Yeah.
Those are on YouTube.
Yes.
Make sure to follow us at DogStar Podcast. Make sure to subscribe. Podcast. Support your local musicians.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes. And share maybe with somebody you think would like it. How about that?
That's a good rule of thumb. We'll be back with more Christina Sophia, more local music here from the heart of it all, Twin Cities, Minnesota, USA. DogStar Podcast.
Bow wow. Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar. We're sitting down with Christina Sophia, catching up through the discography since we last sat down with you in 2019.
Yeah, getting a true history.
2021, excuse me.
You're getting
so we've
whole
got
timeline.
Where's Why So came out in 2022 December, like end of the year.
I think that's when I started focusing on my videos, and I wasn't more a part of that project. And
you weren't like writing on every song.
I was like, I'm gonna get into detail on this one, but like I wanted to do like photo shoots, and like we kind of got into it because I was like, people don't know we're a group, where they were just kind of more focused on the rap tracks at that point, and I was like, dude, the industry would love like the pop tracks
the
and
merge,
like and all the other stuff too. Like we gotta like mix it together, and we just weren't collabing well. But so I wasn't really a part of that project as much. Was I on that one?
You were on 3 songs. You were on Ready Set Go.
I thought that was on the other one. Yeah,
and then the show.
Yes.
And then Here I Come.
Yep. Okay. So those are all singing choruses. The Here I Come was with another artist or group.
Broderick?
Yeah. He was good. And he worked with a lot of other people that we met, I think, after the World Star video we did.
Nice.
With the Cypher thing. So we were dealing with a lot of different rappers. So that one was fun. And the the show, that one was one we did like first. And I think we did that at Flight Time. And we should have been released that. So I'm glad. I think that's when I started getting in his ear, like put some of these songs out. So that's probably why those are on there. And I really loved the singing stuff.
And I mean, and it sounds like the behind the scenes stuff too of, the photo shoots. We need to get our brand recognized.
Yeah. Because they were all about videos. And we did a lot of videos too, which was good. So we do have some visuals. But with the business, you do have to have a platform. You do have to have a way for people to find where to look up your music and find easily how to find a song that they heard that they like or something. And if you don't have that, then people will give up and not look anymore or not find you and not be able to get adapted to your sound. And I think that's something that we as a group weren't ready to or needed a promo team or a better or a manager to help us with. But it's all love. Like we're gonna be why so serious forever. Like we have so many videos and it was KCP Visuals. I think he's probably going to do one for the Your Love album, because I'm going to try to get more visuals out too, because I can't talk.
Really
I don't have a lot of visuals
really
out lately either. I did the one music video, and that was with Jake.
Excellent.
Awesome. Yeah.
We're going to stay to first names.
Right. But you know the importance of the visual component.
Yes. And it was amazing and fun. And
speaking of visual component, during the break, you had surprised us with teaching us that you designed your own logo.
Yeah,
if you could show us, show fans
the logo.
So I was just playing around one day looking at music notes, and I noticed that the bass clef and the treble clef, if I flipped them backwards, they formed a C and an S for Christina Sophia.
Wow.
So I just kept like playing around with it and making my design, and then I had sent it to Jeremy Eggert and had him do up a logo for me with my favorite colors. And it's kind of like with my palette, like we kind of do the blues and the purples and the pinks, because that's just like always been my favorite palette of colors. And so I'm doing merch. I'm going to start doing t-shirts, hats.
So when you see the logo, you know what it is.
Yeah, I got new business cards too. Christina Sophia. And you're going to see the CS, the bass clef, treble clef. You're going to see it around now.
And
backwards or not.
Yeah, that's amazing. Before we took a break, we teased how you prepare for a show.
Oh, yeah.
Could you run down? I mean, you had kind of given us a little tip of writing or recopying down or combining written works that helps you remember.
I'll even write down, the song list of songs I have to sing, the order in which I will sing them. And if I don't remember them as well, or the chorus, or like, sometimes I get the verses of my songs mixed up, like the first word of the first verse, like, and I'll have to write it down and I'll alphabetize it. Like, okay, I start with the beginning of the alphabet, and I just remember it better that way. Because sometimes you have so many songs, and then you get stage fright. One time I was on stage and I literally like froze, and I couldn't remember the lyric, and then right when the beat dropped, it just came out, and I was like, I was like, okay, thank you, God. Like, I don't know, but I knew it. I just, for some reason, I like couldn't think of it at that second.
Terrifying.
It is terrifying.
But you'd say you'd have most of this. I mean, all of your songs, I'm sure. Each day
it just
you
comes
listen
out.
to them.
Yeah, it just comes out. I mean, I wrote them, so like it's like I feel it. I felt it when I wrote it. I'll feel it when I hear the music. It's just gonna come out. But
are you doing
some of them that are older? Yeah.
Are you doing a lot of rehearsing, like out loud, or like
in front of the mirror?
I used to, not as much until I got a manager, because he taught me the importance of that and actually like practicing it out, grabbing something as a microphone, whether it's a hairbrush or a bottle of shampoo, whatever.
Totally.
And actually practicing it out and getting your timing right, getting your footsteps right, getting your position right. And I was on the step team. It's all about formation. And yeah, so I should know that, but I didn't rehearse as much, singing wise. I would drink hot tea, and Brandon Trevon also helped me with like singing prep.
Like taking care of your instruments.
What are they called? Yeah, warm-ups. Thank you. Like exercises before you get on stage. So me. Yeah, like all that stuff that I used to be like, that's weird. No, it's good for you to do, and I don't care if it looks weird or not. It's gonna make you sound better and pronunciate your diction. Everything will be better if you drink water, hot tea. I heard not to have dairy before you perform, because it clogs your vocal cords. Yeah, milk or cheese, I heard, is not good. I actually looked it up too. So
interesting.
Yeah.
You gotta do everything you can.
I had a whole piece of pizza before one time. But I can't remember.
Sounds like a good idea, but maybe in the second chorus.
But also you have to eat before you perform too, because you want to make sure your stomach is not empty, and that you at least had something, and that you're not like dizzy on stage, or that you're
true.
That's
something I wouldn't have even thought of. I would have probably eaten a whole turkey dinner before going on stage.
See, I don't want to do that because I want to fit my dress. But I'm like, I want to eat something so I'm not like dying on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your stomach's probably already flipping. I don't know, do you get nervous before you perform still?
I do still sometimes. It depends on the scene. It's more when it's a smaller amount of people and they're just silent and waiting for it.
Right at
if it's like it's a loud stadium, people are talking, the lights are hitting you, you don't see the people staring at you as much. But when it's like 5 people telling you to sing right here, right now, it's like, all right. but then again, it's just random. I did a national anthem for a basketball game. Right before I start, the guy comes with the camera like right in front of my face, like right before I'm supposed to start. And my heart dropped, and I was a little shaky at first, but I ended up getting through it and really killing the ending of it. So, but
that's
it's
the most
on my
important
YouTube
part.
too, and it's just on there because I do want to do the national anthem more for games and stuff. It's
that'd be so cool.
It's an important song to sing, and I've memorized it and did it for my high school basketball games a lot. So
really?
Okay. And that was a college basketball game that I did it for when the dude came.
Would you sing the national anthem and then do halftime step or
yes.
Would you ever
oh my gosh. I actually have done that before in high school. I did that exact thing. And I had to run in the back and change. And I did that at PYC after I was out of high school. I went and sang with Chantel Sings, and we did the Mariah Carey Whitney Houston song, and they had a concert at the Capri Theater.
Whoa.
And I stepped and helped with the PYC step team, and I had to run in the back after I sang and put on the boots and put the thing. Yeah, it was so fun though, like to be under that pressure and to just go on stage and be like, I just did that, but I'm gonna do this now. Like it was great. I love step.
Speaking of under pressure, we've got about 2 minutes left, and we got to fly through these 2 songs that your management sent us, both from your love. The 5th track, VIP, and the 7th track, Show Me. How would you set the stage? What are the
VIP.
I know VIP.
VIP is the club song. It's the
Friday
club
night,
hit.
Saturday
it's
night.
the Friday night. It's the club hit. I just performed it with my new band that I just joined. Really quick, I want to add that in. It's called YFM, Your Favorite Music. They've been letting us do my solo stuff too. We just do a lot of covers of all your favorite music, and we just did VIP. So they love the song. It was at Mortimer's. We do all over different places. Papa Lake Buzz. We're just trying to get more gigs. We did Hookstock. We'll do whatever. Yeah. So we have a Facebook page too, but VIP is the club song. And I want to do more upbeat music for the next album.
And then Show Me
was on the mixtape as an interlude. Just half of it, and that's what I first recorded at Flight Time in like 2010. Yeah, I'm using all these old songs because I'm not gonna let them go to waste. And I remade it. Robbie Rob made the beat. He remade the beat, and I put out the full version for the album. But the interlude from when I recorded it at Flight Time is on the mixtape. So it was a real special song. And
can't let it go to waste.
Can't let it go to waste.
And then on the horizon, we've got about 45 seconds left.
Yeah, we know you said on social media in 2022 that I Am Christina Sophia is coming.
It is coming.
Is that still on the horizon?
It's so on the horizon.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what you were talking about, dropping singles from.
Twain Low
We're ready.
Executive producing it. I've got I didn't realize how many songs I have ready for it.
Nice.
And I'm recording them, and I'm just getting them settled, and I want a couple features on it. I'm going to try to get Ashley DeBose and Karaya Brene on the album if I can get them on in time, because I am trying to release stuff. But like I said, I'm going to release singles and
nice.
Maybe just some free songs, mixtape songs.
So excited to continue to see your progress and success. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, that's all the time we got.
Thank
Bow
you.
wow.
I'll see you next time.
VIP. VIP. You know it's Friday night. You gotta wait in line. And we already in here, about to have the club going up, yeah. We going up tonight, we VIP. We can do it as you know, it's drinks on me. It's drinks on me, I'm ready to dance. I'm with my girls tonight. This Henny got me right. Very important people. Everywhere we go, nails right, hair right, dress tight, team on site. So pour me up another one. Baby, I'ma dance to this song all night long. You know it's Friday night and we up in the club, and the party club going up, yeah. We going up tonight, we VIP. Oh, when you with us, you know it's drinks on me. See, we calling it, we vibing it up. Everybody showing love, no time for haters. You mad for what? And the party don't start tonight, yeah, yeah. Baby, pop out tonight, yeah, yeah. And you know what's up, baby, we rolling up. Get with us at the blunt for your cup, yeah. VIP, baby, it's drinks on me. VIP, baby, it's drinks on me. We going out tonight, we VIP. Oh, when you with us, you know it's drinks on me. VIP, yeah, yeah, yeah. VIP, VIP. No matter what you tell me, I know that something's wrong and it shows. You should see how you act. And I need you right now, you're in some other place. And when you tell me you love me, you just look away. What's between you and me? The reality in building a love that's so strong. And I don't really wanna leave, but you barely give your all to me. And I don't know if we can work it out. Can we find a way? I don't wanna have to show you out, but this is not what true love's about. You can't just shut me out. Show me you love me. I can't explain all the joy you bring me. You're my all, and baby, you complete me. I give you my all, give my love so deeply. And you know that loving you is just so damn easy. What's between you and me? All the possibilities. And trust in this love can't go wrong. And I don't really wanna leave, but you barely give your all to me. And I don't know if we can work it out. Can we find a way? I don't wanna have to show you out, but this is not what true love's about. You can't just shut me out. Show me you love me. Show me, hold me. I just want you to show me, hold me, show me how you feel. Is this real love? Show me love. I don't really wanna leave, but you barely give your all to me. And I don't know if we can work it out. Can we find a way? I don't wanna have to show you out, but this is not what true love's about. You can't just shut me out. Show me you love me. I don't really wanna leave, but you barely give your all to me. And I don't know if we can work it out. Can we find a way? I don't wanna have to show you out, but this is not what true love's about. You can't just shut me out. Show me you love me. I don't really wanna leave, but you barely give your all to me. And I don't know if we can work it out. Can we find a way? I don't wanna have to show you out, but this is not what true love's about. You can't just shut me out. Show me